We will make a simple bag with aquatic filling. It will be a sort of mantle ray, a bag with a cover that will look like a mantle ray. We will dye it with green, and after that green we will apply blue shades. Probably we will stitch it with green, dark green thread, and I hope we will find some green edge paint. Now the blue shades. The cloth is almost dried. There is a very, very small blue dye on that cloth. But when we will apply Ressembling, everything will be a little darker, and it will have some shine because of the Ressembling. Okay, we will do this with all those parts. Everything is dyed, it has the proper color, and now we will trim the parts like this. First we will use this silver pen to mark according to the pattern. Here are the holes. Like this. And I will do the same with all the parts. This is the gusset. I will trim it. This is a part of the cover, I will trim it, and so on. It's time to paint the edges with Unitas edge paint, a very, very good one. I use this brush. This is how I place the parts to dry. Now I will edge paint this part, and then this part, and then everything. See you later. As usual, I want to place a sliver on the back of this bag, so I will place it here. I mark these signs. You will have them on the pattern, of course. I have this green leather, some goat leather, thin goat leather. This will be a part of it, and this will be the second part of it. I have this double adhesive tape. It is this owl is good, like this. Make holes here. I will mark them. You already have them on the pattern, so you can do this. I will make holes. I will stitch, then I will glue this here. I will make holes, I will stitch. I stitch it. I spread glue on this and on this one. I will join the parts. Let's do it professionally, as good as we can. Of course, we already have signs for the one who wants to use the pattern. I will make the holes like this. I use a thin plastic to make these holes. It is the same material as my desk, my working table, my bench. We will see each other after I will stitch this. Let's finish the stitching, only to see how easy it is to make it. This stays like this. We will finish the stitching as usual. Trim the thread, burn the end. And now we have a functional pocket inside this bag. It has volume because it is built like this. Now I will stitch the gusset on the face of the bag. I bent this because I skived it. I lined it with differentially, but it is equivalent with a good skiving. Finishing this part of the work. Now I have some considerations to tell you. This is the back of the bag and this is the face of the bag, you see. The holes coincide. We have the same number of holes. Except this one. There is an extra hole, but this will be clear written in the pattern. Something else I want to tell you. The distance between these holes is 5 millimeters. But on the exterior, because the curve is bigger, the distance between these holes is slightly bigger than this one. It is correct, there is no mistake. Now I will stitch this on the back of the bag, but first, as usual, I will bend this in order to do the job easy. So I will use a small plier. I will bend this gusset like this, and when I will place this, it will stay really beautiful and strong. The gusset is bent and we will stitch it. I told you there is an extra hole, but the gusset has that extra hole, so everything will match, of course. I will start here. I will make a few steps, then I will show you the gusset already stitched. Reinforced first step. This time I didn't use glue, but let's help ourselves with this. This will keep things in place. We will meet again when the stitching will be ready. I stitched the back. I will use this mini grinder to smooth the edge, and then I will use edge paint as usual. A little more. Perfect. Now we have some dust. We clean it with this tool. And of course I will use edge paint. But first, I will use this to make a beautiful edge. I will trim this excess. And here too. And then edge paint. Everything was easy until now. This is a normal bag. If I will stitch this cover like this, it will be a simple and normal bag as all the other bags. But I want to place another 3 layers. This will make the cover really stiff. If I will do like this, we will have here more than 1 centimeter, and it won't bend. For sure it won't bend. So I will make it like this. I will make this stitching first. I will make this stitching by itself, connected to nothing. I will also make this stitching here. Everything will go like this, and this one will be a hole stitching. In this piece, in these 2 parts, I will place a LOXX closure, and in these pieces I will make a big hole, so when I will place this here to close this bag, we will have the hole to do that. Let's proceed. Now I stitch this piece, then I will place it here and I will stitch it here. I stitched this, now I stitched this. I didn't place the LOXX closure yet because I make the pattern in the same time with this tutorial. Ready the stitching. Now we will make this stitching. This stitching, a part of it. Now the last stitching, improvised pony stitch. It's not easy to keep everything in place, but we will try. I will use this. That meow was my mochișor cat. She wants me to play with her, but not now. Sorry, mochișor. I have things to do. Reinforced first step. I will make a big tension. You can see that it's not difficult stitching. It requires a little extra care, and you will have to tension the thread with force, but that's all. Okay. I made this stitching. I use edge paint for this edge, and while during the time this will dry, I will stitch the straps. It's easy. We have the holes, we have the clasps. We will stitch. I will show it to you when ready. Now the last step, you can make it before I will do it, because you will have this on the pattern. I will have to place LOXXs on this. First I will make a hole here. I do it freehand, but you will have the pattern for it. I will use a 10 millimeters round punch. Let's mark a little sign. Looks like a silencer. Okay, there is this hole. I will use this hole to mark here, like this. You see, it is like this. I will make here a big hole, 3 centimeters hole, with this round punch. I hope it will be enough. Same story. I mark some. It's okay. You will find this on the pattern, but you can do it like me. Not digital, but analogic. Okay. I will mark the same hole here, and I will make the hole here too. I never did this before, it's my first. You see, they don't stay perfect, but when we make this, when we curve this, everything is aligned. So I will mark here the space here to place the other part of the LOXX closure, again with our round punch. This one. This hole you will mark it by yourself, because its position depends on the thickness of the leather. Okay. Now let's place the LOXXs and finish this. I made bigger holes, as big as this, and now let's see. Okay, it closes. It closes really easy. I have something inside, but as you see, it closes really easy. I have to place the strap. We have clasps, it's easy. open this. This is the bag. If you want, you can make stitchings here. I don't think it's necessary. It looks really well like this. Very good. So that's all, folks.